Curses! Why would Eomir want to corrupt the Lucent Tree? He no longer deserves to be called a sage.
Parissa, are you alright?
Please give me some time to come to terms with this.
Of course.
Magister, your guess was correct. The corrupted roots underground here are spreading to the north.
What exactly does Eomir gain from corrupting the Lucent Tree? He already has influence, power, and a respected position. Once the truth is revealed, that'll tarnish his reputation and he'll lose everything.
Does he want to get rid of the faction system and control the Dark Forest by himself? That traitor! If only we'd found out what he was doing earlier.
Lawson, this is not the time for self-doubt. Nobody could have predicted Eomir's betrayal. What we need to do now is pull ourselves together. We are the only ones who know the truth and can stop Eomir.
Leica.
Right, but I can't figure out why Eomir would corrupt the forest. I've marked down the corrupted spots here. What's our next move? Shall we proceed to the Lucent Tree?
Look, there's something coming at us.
Corrupted roots near Lunadorf exhibit signs of resurgence. Any advancements from your endeavors?
Bryon, we found the real culprit behind the corruption. It's Eomir. We found out he was working with the Adamant Syndicate, and their ultimate target is the Lucent Tree.
I figured. Master Arden, prior to his retreat into the Veduso Mountains, had explicitly advised me to observe Eomir's actions, suggesting an innate foresight. Otherwise, he wouldn't have urged Lawson to seek external assistance, nor tasked me with summoning Aeron back. Conveying and acquiring information is what we Wind Whisperers do. Alas, our prolonged inability to reach Master Arden leaves us in the dark about his current status.
Is everything all right with Grandpa Arden?
His situation remains obscure. I shall persist in attempting to re-establish contact with him. It is advisable for you to focus on the present circumstances. The Thorn Guards have erected a blockade around the Lucent Tree, indicating potential maneuvers by Eomir. Your attentiveness is implored. Additionally, during Ilona's investigative pursuits, anomalies were observed in the Eastern Flower Grove and the Northeastern Forest.
If those two places are corrupted too, doesn't that mean the corruption has basically taken over the entire Dark Forest?
Show me the map. Along with the corruption on the east and northeast, they've encircled the Lucent Tree.
This is a big magic circle centered around the Lucent Tree. Each corruption spot serves as a node for the magic circle. And once they are interconnected, the circle is complete.
Eomir has been living in the forest like the rest of us and knows little about magic. Creating a magic circle like this requires expertise of magic from the outside, along with a thorough knowledge of the forest. Although I'm not sure about the exact ties between Airmere, the Adamant Syndicate, and the Graveborn Lady, and whether she's the lady Lawson mentioned. At least those Syndicate people didn't lie to us about Airmere.
With all the evidence, there's no room for doubt. All this time, I've pledged my allegiance to the wrong person. As a member of the Thorned faction, my one and only duty is to protect the forest. This will never change, no matter what.
Bryon, time is of the essence. We've got to head out right now.
Understood. I shall convey this information to Master Dani and the Dusk Patrollers. May the winds of justice always be with you.
The Lucent Tree. The symbol of the Dark Forest. Our sacred haven. I've often wondered, if I hadn't been born under your shade, would my life be any different? Even now, I still don't feel a connection with you. No divine revelation nor omen. But even so, I've come to realize my mission. Scion of the Lucent Tree or not, I am a member of the Dark Forest. It is time I wield my swords to protect you.
Cecilia, you came at a bad time.
Looks like you've got a bit of a problem. Will these people affect your plans?
What are you so worried about? You were given the power. Just like before. Make sure they don't trouble me.
Mere mortal. I'll tolerate you a little longer.
Well, victory is deserved.
A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
Caphra?
Ooh, Captain Parissa, 'tis verily thou.
Caphra is my former deputy.
I remain the deputy unto Captain Parissa.
I'm no longer captain of the Thorned Guards, so you should stop calling me that.
I do persist.
Ooh.
Outlander, utterance cometh only with Captain Parissa's grant.
Khafra, he is a mage brought in by the Wind Whisperer, and I've seen him use magic firsthand to clear out the corruption.
Clear out corruption. An outlander graced with such might? It behoves us to accord him the utmost courtesy.
I take it you're not working for Eomir.
We are the subordinates of Captain Parissa. After the captain's departure, we have been reassigned and stationed hither.
Were you all affected by my dismissal?
We pledge fealty to the Thorned faction. A sage bereft of wisdom merits no allegiance, verily.
You saw more clearly than I did.
Captain, we are assembled nigh. Thou mayest proceed to inspect and take respite. Bramo, Rosetta, secure the found provisions and make haste to return to camp.
Captain Parissa, I'm surprised to see you here.
Although there's no place for us in the camp, we've been following your teachings and haven't slacked on our training for a single minute.
Captain, our hearts do not covet the title of captain, but in thee we place our unwavering trust.
You're right. I should never have wasted my time on regrets.
That's enough self-reflection. Parissa, what is needed now is action.
You are right. Khafra, did you notice anything strange from Eomir before he reassigned you? For instance, did he ever make contact with strangers? Was there any sighting of a woman in black near the camp? We need all the intel we can get.
I do recall Rosetta hath submitted a report regarding the anomalous transfer of supplies.
Yes, Captain. After you left, a new group of guards came to the main camp. I readied their equipment and counted the supplies. Then I noticed something unusual. The number of weapons didn't match the inventory list. They really cover their tracks with the transfer records. I wouldn't have caught it if I hadn't noticed something odd about the delivery locations. Outside the forest. According to the records, under Master Eomir's name, multiple shipments of longbows and axes were dispatched beyond the forest to aid wilders in different regions. But the intel officer said there haven't been any requests for assistance in recent years.
Are you saying that the Lightbearer bandits causing trouble at the forest entrance are getting support from Eomir? Only wilders in the forest could have such a clear understanding of the Dusk Patroller's schedule.
Eomir, going so far as to spread corruption in the forest to snatch power from the other two factions and directing bandits to assault his own people. As a member of the Thorned faction, does he not feel guilty? Khafra, get everyone into their formation.
Ooh. Captain?
I will retake command of the Thorn Guards, admit our mistakes, and bear the consequences. It'll take some time, but acting now is better than regretting later. Everyone, I haven't taken action for too long, and I shall no longer let down the guards who have supported me. With you around, I trust we can cleanse the corruption. Now, the guards and I are going to make amends for the Thorned faction's previous wrongs. Here, take this. I've inscribed my teleportation spell in this book. Although it can only be used one time, it can help you escape in a dire situation. It's time we bid farewell, my friends. Please save the Dark Forest. We're counting on you.
The corruption here is surprisingly severe.
All the flowers here are corrupted!
Curses! That rascal Eomir!
We need to hurry up and cleanse the corruption here.
Well, victory is deserved.
Magister, are you okay? You can't just clear out such extensive corruption all at once. The magic drain is just way too much.
Please take care of yourself. While magic is handy, your body is equally important.
The Lucent Tree is our sacred tree. But we can't let you wear yourself out just to safeguard it. Because this isn't your obligation, but ours.
The last patch of corruption is in the northeast. Please prioritize your well-being. Otherwise, I'd be so worried.
The Dark Forest will always remember your favor. And will never spare that traitor colluding with our enemies.
Well, victory is deserved.
What happened? The whole village is corrupted. The soil reeks of decay, and even the nearby plants have wilted. Where are the villagers? The Dusk Patrollers didn't receive any requests for help.
Look at the mess. And the half-open doors. The villagers must have fled in a hurry.
The ground here is exactly the same as the Great Fields in Ryham. Someone must have been performing corruption magic here for a long time. Maybe even a few years.
So if we don't completely clear out the corruption, the places we found would end up like this too? The forest, labyrinth, and even Lunadorf would all end up like this. Ah! Curses! This is unforgivable!
Is Eomir going to sacrifice the whole village just to accomplish his goals?
The most important thing now is to clear out corruption.
Lawson, please stay calm. We might be able to find some clues here. Even a little helps. The villagers have been plagued by corruption for days. Eventually, as the corruption spread, they had to leave their homes. The village ended up looking like what we see now. Eomir knew all along but chose to turn a blind eye. He used the reputation of a sage to calm the villagers, but allowed things to unfold. He is truly a disgrace to the name of a sage.
Judging from the dates on the diary, the corruption started a long time ago. This may have been the first place to be affected. Things might have been different if the Dusk Patrollers had known earlier.
That rascal! What does he take lives for? He and the Adamant Syndicate actually started corruption right in a place where villagers live. Does he see both the forest and its inhabitants as mere pawns to be sacrificed for his aims?
However, commencing action is still within our grasp. We need to stop Eomir.
Are you trying to cleanse the entire village in one go? Given your present condition, your body might struggle to cope with such intense magic expenditure. How could you?
Magister, Chippy may not know much about magic, but as you're familiar, Chippy will support your decision.
Chippy!
It is our mission to trust the Magister and protect him whenever we can.
Ah, Chippy. If anything, use my magic too. I am your familiar, and you can draw power from me. I never want to see you in pain again.
victory is deserved. Well, victory is deserved.